Right.
Hey.
I know you've been asked this a lot this week, but we talked to a lot of the winners backstage, and almost all of them said they preferred the early morning weigh-ins.
Yeah.
And even during media day, a lot of the ones that didn't come out on top tonight said they preferred the earlier weigh-ins.
Yeah.
But you were pretty adamant that you spoke to a lot of fighters and they wanted the afternoon weigh-ins.
Yeah, we talked to more fighters, and they want 4 o'clock weigh-ins.
So it's just coincidence that all these fighters tonight only want early morning?
No, it's not a coincidence. I'm sure there's 550 fighters under contract, so there's a lot of asking to do before you get a number where you think that, the ratio is off.
Sure.
Tonight, I don't know if tonight was 5 and 5, 8 and 3, or whatever the number was, but yeah. Believe me, we've studied it. The numbers don't lie. We've talked to fighters. A ton of fighters want to go back to 4 o'clock, and there's a lot of fighters that don't. Eddie Alvarez, made a strong case to me on about basically, people who don't make weight are never going to make weight no matter what time you do the weigh-ins and stuff like that. But the numbers don't lie. The percentages are way off. And I don't know about you guys, but I know a lot of fighters, and most of them are not morning people. They sleep all day, and they're usually up late at night. And this whole morning thing, they gotta cut weight that night. God knows how late they gotta stay up cutting weight, and then they go to bed and they can't sleep much. It just isn't working. So no matter what, it's
White the Knight is mad, man. I don't blame him. These people have been cheating. But before we get into the whole weight cut thing, man, I would like to defend Yoel Romero. Okay? Most people are going to talk about him being 40 years old. It's hard to cut weight. All of that, right? Yeah, I agree, right? If we exclude this last encounter with weight cutting, the previous reason why he didn't make weight was because it was a last-minute fight. This statement goes out to a particular fighter. Her name is Beck something. I keep forgetting her last name. She had a few words for Yoel Romero, and I found it strange that she had words for Yoel Romero, being that she wasn't on this fight card. I'd understand if what she was saying made sense, but again, keep track of who you talk trash about, right? Yoel Romero didn't make weight the last time simply because of it was a last-minute fight. He was a last-minute entry. It was 2 weeks before the fight. This time, on the other hand, he was 1 pound off. And usually, when you don't make weight, they give you a certain amount of time to get rid of that weight, right? And they were going to give Yoel Romero the same amount of time. But the state commission stopped him. So the usual set of rules and actions that are particularly carved out for this scenario was shut down for him. You can't expect somebody to do something that wasn't championed by the people who are supposed to champion it. You know it yourself. If the commission says no fight today, you are not going to fight today, Beck, whoever you are. Secondly speaking, I find it very strange that he was the one person that they started attacking about this weight issue, but he was 1 pound overweight. What was everybody saying last week when Darren Till was overweight? Oh, he had issues with his girlfriend. He was facing... Look, man, everybody has issues, okay? But again, let's go back to the subject at hand. If Dana White says that more UFC fighters come to him wanting early morning weight cuts instead of the usual 4 o'clock, then I'm pretty sure that he really analyzed this info, right? I just hate the hypocrisy of certain MMA fighters when situations like this happens to them, they want all the sympathy in the world, right? But when roles are reversed and another fighter is in this scenario and he is as innocent as can be, all of a sudden they're the ones acting all holier than thou, acting like they're priests in the middle of church. I really don't like that energy, but let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I am out.